this is how we closed $30,000 in 2 days for a portrait photographer. Now each sale is between 2,000 and 4,000. So I took the average 3,000. We sold 10 of those in 2 days and we had 14 leads. So from 14 leads, we closed 10 people. Each person pays between $2,000 and $4,000 for a portrait session, which takes an hour or a few. And we closed 10 of those. So the average between 2,000 to 4,000 is 3,000 times 10 is $30,000. Now this is without making the photos yet. She didn't do all the service, but she closed them in 2 days. So she still has almost a whole month to close more people. And that's how we make a lot of money as photographers. And that's how I help photographers make a lot of money. All right, so what exactly we did was we had one photographer who is an icon, a star. We already have a beautiful website for her, right? Like we wouldn't be able to sell portraits for 2 to 4K without having already a beautiful website, beautiful photos, beautiful color grading, iconic color grading, a great experience, a lot of good review. Like that's the basic, right? All the results, that's the base. Still, there are a lot of photographers, like me including before, that made the best photos, had a lot of happy clients, but still didn't make a lot of money, right? The missing part was sales and optimizing the whole funnel, right? We got a lot of leads organically from or referrals, mostly from Google, actually. Ranking really good in Google. SEO, investing in SEO is one of the best investments I've ever done. Investing in my website that will look amazing. SEO, Netflix reached out to me even. And not to be in their films, but to help them make photos behind the scenes when they do the films or in their company or things like that. I got to work with some of the best clients because they reached out through SEO because they found me on Google. And if you think, oh, SEO is dying because of AI, you would be correct, but it's actually not dying, it's shifting. It's going from being found on Google to being found on AI, right? And I tell a lot of people, hey, I found you through AI. And they're like, oh my God, new source of income. So we're already getting leads, right? They got 14 leads in 2 days. Amazing. Now, what we do when we get the leads. First of all, they fill in a form. Then we want to reach out to them as soon as possible, within 5 minutes ideally. We had the main photographer and then we had an assistant, which is also a salesperson. They would fill in their phone number and why they reached out. We would call them within 5 minutes. That 5 minutes is really important because when they fill out the form, this is exactly when they're thinking about the problem that they have or the solution that they want. And so that's when they want to solve it, right? When you think about a problem, you want the solution as fast as possible. If you wait for it 2 days, I'm already gone. I'm already not interested. My mind has already moved to other problems that I want to solve and it's not relevant anymore. So calling them as soon as possible when you get a lead, right? It's not looking desperate or bad, it's looking good. Especially if you have an assistant that calls for you, it even looks quite serious. So we had assistant. I was coaching this photographer, right? So I told her, hey, I want to get on a call with your assistant and I want to listen to how she does sales. Does she call them within 5 minutes? How does she do sales? How does she close them? How does she make sure that they pay the deposit and actually want to work with her, right? So we did this call and I listened to her. And then I'm Dutch, so I gave her really honest feedback. Let's pretend I'm a prospect, role play, right? I'm a prospect, you just call me. So she says her script, right? She says everything. The script is quite important because then it's harder to mess it up. We have systems. So she says a script and I'm like, hey, at the beginning, you said, hey, thank you so much for reaching out, things like that. That basically signals you're lower status than me and that you want my business more than I want your business. You already lost me from the beginning. I can hear that you're a salesperson and that you're needy and that you want something from me. As a Dutch person, I'm just very direct. I tell them those things and it's good for them to hear, even if it's bad, because we can improve. That's why they make the money that they make. And now hearing the bad stuff is finding the problem and now we can solve the problem, right? So that told her not to take anything personal. Then I showed her how I would sell, right? So we role play again, different perspective. So at the beginning, she showed me how she would sell. I gave her feedback on that. Now I show her how I would sell. Instead of saying, hey, thank you so much for reaching out. I saw the X, Y, and Z. We made a complete new script. So I'm going to read you this script now. It's going to be really valuable for you. All right. So the new script that we wrote and we sent her, and this is what helped her close 10 people out of 14, is this. They fill in the form and then we reach out within 5 minutes and we say, hey, this is Sam from the photo studio in X, where you might get some spicy pictures. Now we want to open with a joke, right? Hey, you reached out to X, Y, and Z. Saying the name of the studio is good, but also saying like, hey, from this location, or like how they would speak about it from their language. Oh, it's this studio in X, Y, and Z location, blah, 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 right? So we want to talk in their language. Then you frame it. I just got a notification that you filled out a form. was it actually you, or was it a crazy friend that sound you up as a prank? So that was, for example, for boudoir photos. This is not exactly the script, but the script is very, very similar. So this was for boudoir photos. We made 2 jokes here, which makes it lighten the mood. It makes it like you. It makes them like you as a person, right? Actually, we do it like this. So for example, the prospect's name is Emma, right? So you start with Emma. She's like, hello. And then it's like Emma. And she's like, hey, who is it? And she feels in her mind, oh, I'm supposed to know this person, right? It's not like, hey, this is a cold call, or hey, thank you for reaching out. I just saw your form. It's instantly like, it's like, Emma? It's like, who is it? Do I know this guy? So she would be like, yeah, this is Emma. Who is this? Or, hey, do I know you? She would be like curious, right? So you say, this is Sam from X. I just saw that you filled out something about photos. Was that you? And she will be like, oh yeah, that was me, right? It's a good frame. It's a good start. It's a good, like, you're both at the same level. There's no thank you. It's a status game, sales. Okay, the second sentence. So she would tell you like, hey, yeah, it was me. Cool, what made you reach out? Or cool, what got you interested? And then she would tell you like, oh yeah, I have this, I have this anniversary, or I have this thing, or whatever. Let them talk completely before responding. Like, let them completely talk. Say everything they had on their mind. The best salespeople, they talk 10% of the time. It's a principle. All right, and then you qualify them. That's the second thing. Got it. I'm not sure yet if we're even a good fit, but can I ask you something? Now you're like, hold up, you're interested in working with me? Cool, I'm not sure yet we're a good fit, right? Then it makes her qualify. It makes her chase you more. Instead of saying like, oh, thank you so much for telling me all of that. Yeah, we can definitely help with that. I don't know if you can, right? Oh yeah, like those things. It's like, it's a little bit, it's like dating. Sales is like dating. It's push and pull, right? It's like, hey, I'm open to working with you. What made you reach out, right? I'm not sure actually I could help you with that yet. Let me ask you a few questions before. And by the way, I will link this sales script down below. Got it. I'm not sure if we're even the right fit yet. But can I ask you something? What would have to happen for the photos to feel totally worth it for you? And it's like, okay, well, what is the best scenario, right? What's the best scenario that you want to have? What is the desire? What's the real desire? That's where you start. By the way, if she doesn't answer, then you want to text her. Hey, Emma. Sam here from X, something with a joke, ideally. So you're interested in photos. What's going on that made you think about doing them? Just curious if we're even the right photographer for you, right? You're looking at it from their perspective. It's like, I'm not sure if you're even we're the right photographer for you. We're not sure if we can even help. Now it's like, oh, good. Like most people, they try to sell themselves. They're like, hey, I'm the perfect photographer for you. I overpromise, things like that. Anyway, I'll skip this. Let's go back to the script. Or a voice memo saying the same thing. Okay, so they basically tell you what is the desire, right? That's the goal, the first thing, desire. Why is that important for you? That's the second question. So what would it mean to you to actually love how you look in photos, right? So they usually would tell like, hey, I don't like how I look in photos, or the last time I liked a photo of myself was 10 years ago. They would tell you things like that, right? So what's the desire? What's the problem? So those are the two main things we want to know. What's the desire? What's the problem, right? So the script goes like this. What would it mean to you to actually love how you look like on photos? And then if they mention anything about being old or time passing, what happens if you keep putting this off, right? Like how long has that been a problem? What happens if you do nothing about it, right? We want to really understand the problem. The more we understand the problem and the more they tell us the problem, they go back to like, oh, this is a problem. Like I need to solve this, right? So we are helping them understand how important this problem is. This is good sales because they reached out, right? So we need to understand fully the problem. If we just say like, yeah, I can help you with that. Come by tomorrow. I'll take photos of you. Then you're like, yeah, but what if they feel not good with their body? What if it's been already 10 years already, right? Like there's a lot of things that go into the problem. Like what have you tried to fix it already? Oh, I hired like 100 photographers, or I hired 10 photographers and none of them helped me. This is really helpful information and it can help you prepare for the photo shoot and can help you solve their problem in a very specific way. You want to be really personalized to them. That's what sales is about. You want to personalize your service to them. Otherwise, AI will do that, right? Okay, so what happens if you keep putting this off? What's been holding you back? Let them answer everything completely. Let them really talk, right? You want to be quiet. When they say something deep, you want to ask like, what do you mean by that? Okay, then you say, here's the thing. Most photographers around here charge 600 to 1,000 just to show up before you even see a photo. We do it backwards. So their whole sales thing is completely different, and I'll explain it here. We charge $200 upfront. If we suck and you hate everything, you only pay $200. The risk is much lower. Most people spend more than that on dinner. You frame how much it costs, right? So, okay, it's just 200. But if we do an amazing job and we make the photos that you really dreamed of and that no one else can take, and you fall in love with how you look, you repeat what they say, right? And you fall in love with desire, then you can buy whatever photos you want. So it's not, hey, you pay me $1,000 and I delivered 50 photos. It's not that. You pay much lower, you get the whole experience, you don't get the photos. Or you get one print or something minimal. If you hate everything, you just pay 200. If you love it, you can pay how much you want per photo. So now it's basically objection handling, right? We have a good response for every objection. So it's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to pay like 2K for all of this, right? Or for like all the photos. Money is tight, right? I hear you. That's exactly why we set it this way. Instead of paying $1,000 with higher risk for someone else, you only pay $200. If you hate it, no problem. If you just want one photo, you get it for $200 or a little bit more. If you love it and we change your life, then we charge more than other photographers. And okay, after they confirm, you say, oh, good. What made you interested in this? So I get so many different responses. That helps them to open up, right? Have you ever done professional photos of yourself before? If yes, how was your experience? If no, what held you back until now? So I'll help you find your best angles. Photographed 500 women, or we've photographed 500 women, and I can spot your best side within 30 seconds. No awkward, figure it out yourself moments. Hair and makeup. We do professional hair and makeup. We have an artist here, right? Italian prints. We have huge prints. We have like, you'd come and you would want to probably renovate your whole house with those photos. We've been doing this for 10 years. We have a lot of experience in this. So you're definitely not someone's practice session. All of this is only upfront payment of $200, and then in the studio, you can buy packages or you can buy more photos, and people spend between this and this, but only if you see it's worth it, right? And if you hate everything, you just go home with, they're only risking $200, and you get home with a print of you anyway, a small print, right? So yeah, it's all completely different. The whole sales funnel is completely different. It's much more individual, personalized, right? They feel seen, which is really important. So you can get this sales script and a whole sales training just by the link here below. And if you make much more money because of this, I'd love to know. Maybe I'll even feature you in one of my stories